Hello, beautiful angels, and welcome to the Spirits Within Us. My team's here and creators here. Any negative energy that's being sent towards the channel, myself, or you, the viewer, I transmute that into pure, unconditional love, light, and healing energies for our minds, bodies, and souls. I send love out to those that are sending it, and I hope that they find joy, peace, and happiness in their hearts. Now, my camera went off, my phone went off, and I'd already pulled. I don't know what happened, couldn't find it, it's just all gone. And I'd already pulled the High Priestess, the Moon, and the Magician. And I'd been talking about this, the third full moon, the third super moon in Aries, which we've got today. The full moon that's, well, it was nice and bright this morning, so it was up yesterday. And it's at its brightest today. And it's, you know, it's one of those moons that bring in prosperity. And with Aries and Mars, you know, you've got a lot of passion there. So any projects that you're going into or doing today over this full moon, you know, on this Hunter's full moon, is going to be very prosperous for you. It's going to bring in a lot of abundance. So we're going to just get on with the cards, and I think I will do these ones because I don't want to centre on anything. You know, we've got the High Priestess anyway, and the Moon and the Magician, so it's really good that they fell like that. So obviously you're full of wisdom, full of knowledge, you know, and the moon's fallen absolutely idyllic for today, which is the super moon and full moon in Aries. And then you have the Magician who works well with the moon also. Over the High Priestess, I deserve to receive and give love. So there's been times when, you know, you've had less love being given to you than you've been giving out. Basically, you've been giving out a lot of love, a lot of attention to someone or something, and you actually realise that you actually did deserve more love than that they were giving. You know, you were giving basically more than you were getting, and you know, you decided you need more than this. So I believe this situation you walked away from. Over the moon, the water of creativity and sensuality flow within my aura. So I think that's aura. It says my aura. So, you know, you've got the passion and the flow of the moon there running with the water and with the fire at the moment with Aries, with this super full moon. It's amplifying anything at the moment that's actually going on, you know, anything that you're doing, any projects, anything that's passionate and creative, it's all being brought out. And we've got sensuality, and Aries is a very sensual sign, isn't it? It's a very fiery, passionate sign. So that's ideal to come over the moon at this moment. Over the Magician, we have I am one with the infinite consciousness. Well, that is the Magician. The Magician is at one with everything, and everything is with the Magician, because the Magician can alter and change things, you know, at will, being the Magician, obviously. And it's a bird there, and he's flying up, and there's a big portal at the back, and it looks like the moon and the sun. If you take a look at that picture, it looks as though it's the moon and the sun. And we had actually an eclipse last full moon, didn't we? So that's really nice to have fallen at this time. Over the High Priestess, we have my passion and visions are expansive as the sun. So yeah, again, very passionate, very, you know, very heated, very passionate with the sun and the moon and the Aries full moon at the moment. So there's a lot of passion in the air, you know, you can feel it. You can feel how warm the temperature is. It is here anyway. And it's the last bit of heat, bit of warmth, I think, that we're going to actually get. Obviously, because of the Hunter's moon, it's the moon that they collect, you know, for the winter time, and it's the last time that you'll be able to go out and, you know, in olden times where they'd go and hunt and over the full moon to get the prey, it was easier to see, so they can stock up for winter basically. And that's falling over the high priest, high priestess. So, you know, you've got, there's visions, your visions are expansive, and they're that big, they're as big as the sun, these visions that you've been getting basically, high priest, priestess. And over the moon, I am calm and safe in the midst of chaos. So whatever has happened and whatever has affected you, you've always remained balanced and calm in moon energy. No matter what's been sent, whatever, you know, anything that was being done underhandedly behind your back under the moon, you know, you've always remained calm and balanced within that energy, and basically you shrugged it off. Over the Magician, I forgive and release the past to heal my life. And that's come over a really dark moon, basically, like a moon eclipse. So that's the past, isn't it? The past, which was last month, of the full moon that we did have, which was a full moon eclipse. And it's like you've released all these past energies that have been around you. You've released them, and you've forgiven any energies that was coming, because, you know, because of you being the Magician, you can actually transmute energies, and anything that was sent to you, you've transmuted it, you've learned from it, and you've moved on basically. Over the High Priestess, we have, I open up to receive divine guidance and support to heal my life. So this was you, you know, being the High Priest, High Priestess, you started to open yourself up to all the possibilities that you are basically. And you started to receive the divine guidance that was coming down for you to take you out of any and all situations of your past, to support you and to heal your life, to pick you up and bring you into the High Priestess, priest that you are basically. So that was 2. Over the moon, we have, I know when my body needs to rest. So, you know, this is over the moon, and this is what, you know, what I was saying over the past few days before this moon came up. I know the moon does affect me, being a water sign, and I needed a little bit of time out. You know, I did do a few readings, but I did need time out. And I believe that yourself, you did, because even though, you know, no matter what sign you are, the moon does affect each and every one of us. And especially with it being a super full moon, and in Aries with the passion and the fire, you know, and the desire of Aries, and the way Aries can, you know, they're very good at building, they're very good at making money, they're very good at elevating themselves, basically, Aries are. And they're so passionate, but you realise that you actually needed some time out. You've had to rest your body, and I believe that because that's fallen on top of I am calm and safe in the midst of chaos, I believe that anything that happens to you, you go into meditation and you start to meditate and center yourself, and you understand when your body actually does need rest. So you take time out and you actually do that. Over the Magician, we have, in prayer, I commune with the universe as my dearest friend. So you communicate very openly and freely with your team and with Creator. You do go into prayer over the Magician, and I believe that you ask for things, you know, you know that you have the power within you, being the High Priest, High Priestess, and the Magician has fallen as well, that you have the power within you to alter and change things. And this is what you do. You go to the universe, you present the universe with these ideas and with these passions, with these desires, and you go into meditation to bring this out into the now moment. Now we'll have a look at the chakra wisdom cards and see what's going on there. Okay, over the High Priestess, we have balance. So yeah, you're very balanced. You're very central with yourself. You balance your light and your dark. You know, you're quite aware of who you are, being the High Priest, High Priestess. And you've got a few people around you, pardon me, or you had a few people around you who wasn't happy with how balanced you actually were, you know. They wasn't happy with your stability, you know, and I do believe that they might have been causing some problems for you over the moon, which I said it's a very good super moon to get what you need, what you ask for, what you want. We have abundance. And because you're balanced, because you've always been balanced, you're able to bring in that abundance in from your meditation, from your meditative state, from balancing all of your chakras basically. I mean, this is the sacral chakra, which is very much an abundance chakra. So you go into meditation and you balance your sacral chakra to bring out that, you know, the abundance, along with the balance, which is the crown chakra. So you use your sacral and your crown chakra and you join and combine those two together to manifest what you actually desire. We have over the Magician, we had workaholic and it came upside down. So you don't have to actually work at this. You don't have to work at these things, what you're doing, very much because you're very much you're such a good manifester basically, and that is with your throat chakra. So you know, you don't have to say much about anything, because it seems as though it naturally comes to you, because that's fallen over the Magician. And over the High Priestess, you're not a victim. So whatever these people in the bottom here were, you know, doing or whatever, you was not the victim in this instance, even though they tried to make you a victim. Over the moon, and they were causing trickery, you know, they were being tricky, you know, doing things behind the moon and that, but it came upside down. So all the trickery and all the spell work and all the manipulation and mind fog that they were trying to send to you basically didn't come, you know, it didn't happen, because they were trying to do this to stop your abundance coming in, to stop you from being abundant basically. Over the Magician, you have perfection, and that is you. You are perfection in its purest form, and that there is with your root chakra. So you're very much grounded, and you have the heart chakra both over your crown and your sacral. So that's what you do when you're in meditation. You've basically got all a good link there showing that you use your sacral, your heart and your crown to manifest in this abundance basically. But you're a perfectionist, that's fallen over the Magician. Everything you do mindfully, perfectly, in, you know, everything is perfect what you do basically. Over the High Priestess, we have creation, and it came upside down. So these individuals that were trying to cause imbalances in your life to make you the victim, they have no contact with Creator. Creator is not with them, you know, at all whatsoever, because you are the High Priest, High Priestess. She is supporting you basically. The Creator supports you in, you know, all of your endeavours, and these are cut off from Creator now because of actually what they were doing to yourself. Over the moon, we have soulmate. So this person was not a soulmate. This person wasn't a soulmate or a twin flame or anything like that. They were very karmic. They were a karmic individual who was just in your life trying to cause imbalances and to make you a victim basically. You were basically under attack from an karmic. Over the Magician, it's fallen in line with creation, yeah, and it's got forgiveness over the Magician. I believe that you've forgiven, but I believe that Creator himself does not forgive what this person, this unsoulmate, this person who was a karmic, did to you. Creator is not accepting basically what they did to you, because it weren't fair. Whatever they were doing wasn't fair, to be fair. Over the High Priestess, we have completion, and there was a death brought to this situation. It was ended. That situation got ended, and you was moved out of it basically. Over the Moon, they wasn't enlightened. This karmic individual wasn't enlightened at all. They had no enlightenment at all whatsoever, and this is why they were doing these things to you, the High Priest, High Priestess, because obviously they wasn't on your vibration. Of a Magician, and I was going to say that they're not going to get there either, and it's got growth, and I should have said it, but I didn't, because they are not growing. They're not growing. They're never going to grow. This individual that you was with, you're the High Priest, High Priestess, but this individual that you was dealing with, who was doing spell work to you, doing, you know, manipulation, mind manipulation, trying to make you the victim, they have no growth. You know, they're not going to grow. They're not going to be enlightened, because it's over for them basically. Creator, you know, Creator don't forgive them. So I believe that your team are actually on this person's back now, because you've got them there in the background. We'll have a look at these ones and we'll see what else we can get. But yeah, basically, you know, this person, whoever it is, this individual, keeps showing up in my readings all the time, be it a male or a female energy, whether you're the High Priest or the High Priestess. But it seems as though they keep wanting to show up, because they're still lingering on. Well, they are karmic after all, so they will try to cling on to energies and to try and be there in any situation they possibly can, you know. Over the High Priestess, we have adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. And that came upside down. So they didn't learn from this challenge with you. It was basically they had a challenge to be with an High Priest, High Priestess, to raise their vibration up to your level basically, and they couldn't do it. You know, they couldn't meet the challenge, and that's why there was a death brought to the situation. That's why it ended. And over the Moon, we have worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. So that's what they were doing to you in the Moon. You know, they were trying to cause you worries and stresses, and that's what I said about mind manipulation. They were trying to cause you worrying and things like that. So over the Magician, we have regret. I know that I cannot change the past. They're regretting what they did to you now, because like I said before, I think that your team and Creator are basically onto these people, this person, whoever it was, you know, and they're regretting what they did basically. They're regretting the mind manipulation. They're regretting that they didn't elevate up into your positioning. They're regretting that they wasn't able to be with you, to stay with you, because, you know, you're the High Priest, High Priestess. We have got over the High Priest, High Priestess, we've got self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So that's you yourself, you know. You've got a very good high self-esteem, and you don't just help yourself with that, you help others. You're very confident, and I think this is what this person hadn't got. This person could see your confidence, your, you know, get out there and go do things sort of attitude. But they hadn't got this. They hadn't got that confidence that you actually had. Over the Moon, we have happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. So you were on the right path, basically. You were happy in your life, in your situations, you know. And once you, excuse me, once you got moved out of this situation with this person who was doing all this, you know, once the death was brought to the situation, you was happy. You remained happy, you know, with your high self-esteem. You know, you are happy and you have no regrets, basically. And we have over the Magician, empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. So because you are the Magician and also very empathic, you could see all sides of it. You know, you was reading this situation very, very well. And I believe that you just moved yourself out of the situation. You knew what was going on. You knew that they were basically an happiness hater. They were trying to bring you down, put you down, and do really cause you worries, cause you stresses and everything like that. But you know, you seen it all, being the Magician as well as the High Priest, High Priestess. You knew exactly what was going on. And we have blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. And that's over the High Priest, High Priestess. So, you know, you didn't blame this person because, you know, you're obviously of an higher standing than them. And it's like there isn't anyone to blame in this situation. And because you've been moved out of it and you've forgiven and you've moved on, you know, you accept anything, that the responsibilities that you had to take on with this individual, that you was trying to help them, I believe, bring them up into an higher consciousness, but they wouldn't accept anything. So over the moon we have discipline, and they had no discipline. You have the discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. And you can accomplish anything with all this beautiful moon energy, especially today, especially like the next 3 days with this super moon. So you can accomplish anything that you basically put your mind to at this moment in time. Over the Magician, we have grief. I understand that losing someone is the opportunity to appreciate it. So yeah, once you moved out of the way, once you got rid of this person, they started to grieve you. And I believe that they're in grief now over the loss of you, basically. And, you know, they should have treated you better, basically. They should have been the better person and not treated you in the way that they did. But obviously there wasn't a soulmate or anything. They were karmic, and I believe that this was just to teach you some sort of lessons. Okay. Over the High Priestess, we have precious time. You know that time is precious. You didn't want to waste too much time with this individual, basically. And it seems as though, I believe the time that you did, you know that you can't get that time back that you gave them. So it's like as though they've stolen from you. That's how it feels. They've stolen, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how many years from you? Whatever you put into this partnership, relationship, they've stolen that from you, and it's not going to be got back. But because you are the High Priest, High Priestess, I believe that you understand that, you know, time is inevitable, ain't it? Time is, you know, it's not there, basically. It is, but it's not. And because of you being the High Priest, High Priestess, I believe you can move backwards and forwards in time anyway. So it didn't affect you that much, but you do have a little bit of regret that you wasted that time on this person when they wasn't complying with you, didn't want to be with you, and they just basically did waste your time. Over the moon, we've got manifestations. So yeah, again, you've got manifestations over the top of, where was it? You had abundance, didn't you? You had manifestations over the top of abundance. So yeah, at this moment, you need to, over the moon energy, being the full moon, being the super moon, with all these beautiful energies in Aries, which is a very abundant sign. It's a sign that brings on prosperity and, you know, passion, romance. We had the abundance card, we had the manifestation card, and it was also where you were meditating. So it's an ideal time now to sit down into meditation, to bring in that abundance and start manifesting it now into this present moment in time. bringing this abundance, bringing these manifestations that obviously this not soulmate was trying to stop you from doing. And it's your time, basically. It's your time to manifest those desires, manifest what you need in your life, you know, over these next 3 days. Over the Magician, we've got go outside. And I believe that this individual now isn't going out. They're inside. I believe that they're trying to work on themselves. And they're feeling, you know, they are in grief about what they did, because it's fallen on top of the grief card. So they are pretty sad about what they did to you, but they can't change the past now. You know, they can't change it. And, you know, you've got precious time, and time is precious, and time should not be messed about with. Time, what we actually do have, you know, you should treat it preciously. You should enjoy every moment of every day that you have, every second, you know. Live for the now moment, and live for the time that you actually have here, and, you know, be happy that you're here. We have solitude again, like I said, and that's over the High Priest, High Priestess. This individual is now in solitude. They're in solitude basically from you yourself. They're not with you, you know. This is why they're grieving, because they want to be back in your energies. Over the Moon, we have motivation. So yeah, you're very motivated at this time. You're very motivated to bring in this abundance and bring in these manifestations, you know, to do your manifestations. And, you know, just carry on with what you're doing. And you've got these possibilities now that are coming in with all these energies to take, you know, take it to the next level. Bring it in, bring everything in that you want, what you desire. Over the Magician, you have divination. So, you know, being the Magician and divination, it's like ideal. So, you know, you have powers of divination as well. You're able to bring in this manifestation because you are the Magician. You know, your abundance, your manifestations are basically coming in at this time. Over the High Priestess, this person, they don't have any hope anymore because of what they were doing to you. They have all hope is gone, basically, of being in your energy again. And over the Moon, you have protection. So anything that you are manifesting, this abundance that you're bringing in, it's protected, basically. It's all protected. And anything that was being sent is being blocked, cannot get to you, cannot touch you. Over the Magician, we have inner child. So this individual wasn't connected with their inner child, and it's like I've said before, the inner child is the key to everything, the key to the secrets, the key that gives us the knowledge and the wisdom to who we actually are. The inner child knows where the abundance is and knows where the manifestations are. Your inner child is the one that knows everything. So they have no connection to their inner child anyway. They have no connection at all to their inner child. We're going to finish up on the angel cards, and then we're going to close the reading. So, you know, start manifesting. Get to your meditation point. Do your manifestations. Get to your altar. Bring in that abundance that is yours. It's always been yours. And no matter who tried to stop it, it's not going to stop. It's yours. It's totally yours. Over the High Priestess, we have Gabriel with inspiration, because you are an inspiration, not just to yourself, but you are an inspiration to this person. You're an inspiration to anyone you come around, basically, because, you know, you've got that joy, that wisdom, that knowledge within you. We have Zachiel over the Moon with ecstasy, and that's what I was saying with the Aries in this full supermoon that we're now in. It's very passionate, and, you know, passion and love and ecstasy, that will bring in these manifestations and this abundance. So be very joyful and very happy, very passionate, very, you know, from your heart, from your sacral, from your crown. Join and combine them all in to bring in these manifestations. Make sure you're very grounded, though, you know, with the red, with the fire, with Aries. So get yourself grounded and bring in these manifestations, and it's going to bring in a lot of ecstasy, you know, basically. Over the Magician, we have jovial with joy. This individual's not very happy that they couldn't stop you. They were trying to stop you, and they're not happy now about what they were doing and what they were trying to send. And they know that they've lost basically. But you know, it's okay. You're happy. You're going to be happy with what you're doing with your manifestations once they come in, because you have the courage. The High Priest is over inspirational. You're very courageous. And there was a card previously where I was saying they were trying to stop this courage of you. You're very courageous. You know, they couldn't understand why you were so out there, you know, so joyful, so happy. And that's what they were trying to stop. Over the Moon, we have Uriel with trust. Trust that these manifestations, that this abundance is coming in. Trust in yourself, trust in your abilities to bring it in. Over the Magician, we have planetary cycles. So everything that's been happening this year basically has all led up to this point of this full Hunter's Moon, of this manifestation time for yourself, you know, to bring in, to use your passion, to use your joy, to use your courage and your inspiration, to bring it all in, to join and combine all of the planetary cycles, which are the chakras basically. And you've been joining and combining those all together to bring in these beautiful manifestations and abundance that's coming for you. We have Raziel and Faith. They had no faith in you at all. This individual didn't. They had no faith whatsoever in you. The High Priest, High Priestess. And over the Moon, we had Earth Force with the heart chakra there. So they were trying to block your connection to the earth. They were trying to block your heart chakra with the earth, with Mother Earth, your manifestations. This is what they were trying to do. They were trying to stop you from manifesting by hurting your heart. But I believe they never touched your heart because you're such a, you know, you're an High Priest, High Priestess. You understood, and I believe you put your boundaries up, and you obviously moved out of the situation, and Creator helped and everything. But you protected yourself because it's fallen over the Moon where there was the protection as well. So you always were protected. Over the Magician, we have willpower. So you've always had this willpower within you. You've always had the power within you to bring forward all of this abundance and all of these manifestations that are now coming in. So, you know, it's all looking really good for you at the moment. And we have one more line with the High Priestess. We have Michael with enchantment. So you're very enchanted. You don't just have, you know, with your team, I believe that you have a lot of fairies, fae. We haven't done the fairy card, but, you know, you have a lot of mystical beings that actually work with you, being the High Priest, High Priestess. I do believe that you see the elementals around you, and, you know, you are very much an enchanted being yourself. And over the Moon, we have abundance with Uriel. It came upside down, but it's, you know, this abundance card, I don't believe that should have come upside down, because your abundance is coming, you know, your manifestations are coming in, and you've got that big beautiful tree there that's coming, you know, it's ready for you to pick. Over the Magician, we have Samuel with beginnings, new beginnings. You've got brand new beginnings, you know, with this manifestation time. And once you bring in this abundance, once you bring in the manifestations and everything, you know, it's going to be brilliant. You're going to get great brand new beginnings. And I believe your new beginnings have already started. Over the High Priest, High Priestess, there is justice for what was being done to you. Over the Moon, it was a partnership, because we have the Lovers with the soulmate. It was a partnership. And we have the Magician over the top of the beginnings, and we have the Fool. So yeah, that just ends the story basically. There you are with your new beginnings. So everything from the past is now gone. Whatever this individual was trying to do to you, they're gone, you know. And excuse me, there wasn't a soulmate, there wasn't a twin flame or anything. They were karmic. They were a karmic individual who were just trying to bring you down. But it was a love situation. And you have, obviously, of the Magician, you have the Fool with new beginnings. So from myself, from my team, and from Creator, we wish you unconditional love, light and healing energy. And thanks for watching, guys.